today, this week, this month, the rest of this year are all dedicated to thinking differently, choosing differently. Starting with this video, right? I'm Kady. If you're new here, I'm Kady, and I'm a content creator primarily on TikTok. I got really niche famous for my astrology takes, my experiences with magic, and spirituality practices. Also, I want to put a pin right there. I don't think I like the term spiritualist. People call me spiritualist. I don't think I'm a spiritualist. I think I'm just a person who thinks about the world in a very open-minded way, and I'm open to the everyday magic of the world. Okay, right? Okay. So anyway, so that's what I'm a musician. So a lot of people also know my song, "My Alone is Holy." I think I've just been way too wrapped up in my head about things being good for YouTube, and so this video. It's the first of me committing to, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna open my camera, I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna post every day. And if the production level is so bad that people don't like it, I'll eat it. But I think there's a lot of people who will like it, and that them supporting my channel will help me get to a place where I can afford even better editing systems or upgrading my phone and all these little limitations that are genuinely an issue, but not good enough of an issue to stop me. Why am I letting my ideal of what my content should be stop me? An idea? Why am I letting an idea be more powerful than me? I think that's what's killing me. That's what kills me about everything and everybody when I have conversation. Why are we letting it's an idea? Change it. Kick it out. You know, and I'm saying this as somebody who is neurodivergent. And so I know how difficult ideas are when they get implanted. I know how difficult it is to deprogram and reset, but also that's why I know it's important. Being able to reprogram my thoughts is what saved my life. It saves all of our lives, I think, those of us who have struggled with things like depression or just really debilitating illnesses in general. Right? Like, you can't think your way through and inspire your way through certain things, but keeping a certain mindset will protect you from suffering, which sometimes can create relief, right? And so a lot of us, whatever we believe, whatever we consume, and whatever we allow to consume us has a direct input on the quality of our lives. And you know, it is the point of view. I think that's the thing. There's magic, but what is magic to me? It is the programming your thoughts so that they work for you and not against you. And so I've decided to work for myself and not against myself. The rest of the world is there for that. I'm gonna let them do it, and they'll do it so well, because I think something that's broken my heart. I have ADHD, so these topics are gonna flow in and out. Okay. Hopefully this feels like we're just in a cafe and you're chatting with an old friend that talks really fast. But yeah, that's one of my biggest gripes with the internet right now. Everybody's so angry, and all the time over anything. Everybody's so angry. Why are you so angry? Why are you so mad? Everybody's so angry at people for not suffering like they suffered. People are so angry at people who suffered like they suffered. Like, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. Like, I made this little video that it's not little anymore. It's going viral on TikTok right now about my frustrations with my feelings being eclipsed by my parent, and that's something that happens. Me and that parent have talked about it. It's known, and so I made this video about it, and a lot of people were like, yeah, same, but a lot of people were like, that's so petty, that's so dumb, and that's so, like, maybe, but it's my feelings, and if my feelings are dumb, okay, all right, okay, let them be dumb. I'm gonna let them be dumb, because that's how I feel, and invalidating myself is not gonna get me anywhere. And so it's like the whole world exists to be angry and mad and judgmental. And so I think there's a unique lane for me in loving and supporting myself in whatever I feel, you know. Like, I always say, feelings don't have to be able feelings don't have to dictate the action you take in this world, but they deserve to be heard. They're gonna be heard whether you make space for them or not. And I have a lot of them, and so a lot of the videos that premiere this week, they will probably be in the same outfit, because I think I'm just gonna like push through all of my energy. If you're into human design at all, which is like a very complicated version of astrology, I'm a manifester in human design, and we have this like big burst of energy all at once, and then like we're like drained for a long period of time after. So it is best to like ride that creative wave, especially when you are an emotional manifester. But this video is not about human design, because also I'm tired of being pigeonholed there. And I know that's just the internet. When you're good at something, people want more of that one thing. But I've never changed the name of any of my channels to topic, like astrology with blah blah blah, blah, conspiracy theories with blah blah blah. It's always just been KadyRoxz, because it's just all me. That's all me. The singer me, the conspiracy theorist me, paranormal, witchy interest me, astrology. It's all just me. And I don't like being pigeonholed. And then people get really abusive too. They start treating me like I'm a library. And one day I would like to be a library with my content, but like hundreds of people yelling at me to give them basically natal chart readings in my comments is very uncomfortable, because there's this part of me that really wants to meet the needs of my audience. Can I say that? Is that allowed? That feels illegal. I created these spaces because I wanted to create communities. And if somebody is trusting me enough to be a part of my community, I want to be able to answer them on all of that. But like, I think that's why I created like my channel tag, Roxz Talk, so that people could just like look up topics I've already made videos about. I've made like over, I want to say 1,500 TikTok videos. I would say 60% of them are about astrology. And so at this point, honestly, whatever question you have, especially if it's like foundational astrology, there's probably a TikTok video for it. But people will get so mean and abrasive, and like, I don't want to drop the E word, but a little entitled, because it's like I offer so many types of readings, from like the live 101s, which might be a little inaccessible for some people, but I also have like personal readings, mini readings for as low as like $25, which are like pretty, I think pretty descriptive, because I talk a lot. And so it's like, pardon me, it's not that it's about like the money, but it's like I just can't respond to every specific, like, what about when your North Node is in the 7th house conjunct Jupiter while aspecting the 5th house in, you know what I mean? It's like they'll give me every possible combination, even if like two planets, there's like, what I'm trying to say is there's like 144 possible combinations at any given time between just 2 planets. And then you want to throw houses and signs and like 8 other planets on top of it, and then call me mean because I can't answer it in the comments. And I'm like, well, if you book, it's your time and we'll do it. Or I have like the live stream subscription now where I'm like, and most people do the replays, right? And so like the max that I've had during a live stream is 4 people. And so if there's only 4 people and there's a Q&A portion, we'll probably get to your specific reading very, very quickly. We'll probably get a chance to do a mini personalized reading. It's like $11. Hello. Anyways, it's like, I feel like I create a lot of systems that are fair for me and other people, fair for the amount of work I have to put in, and what people get from me. And people are just so mean. And so it's like, I don't want to be a library, and I also don't want to be pigeonholed into spirituality and astrology anymore. I still want to do them because I love them and I'm so passionate about them, which is why my brain is literally full of so much information. But I think the biggest step to being validated as an actual person in this next part of my journey is me treating me like an actual person. And so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make these vlogs, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna talk about what's going on and what I feel and what I think. And if people vibe with it, awesome. If people don't like it, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for serving my own emotional needs. And there's 1,500 videos that are categorical to astrology and spirituality, but what I think you will get from these vlogs is you'll see how these things intersect, because they're not separate. I'm into astrology because well, I'm into it and I've always had a fascination in the stars, but the thing that really made it click for me, the reason why I specialize in things like trauma healing and relationship dynamics within astrology and money and marketing and astrology, is because it helped me. Like when I was recovering from childhood trauma and PTSD from an abusive relationship, and there's all this noise that happens in your head. There was all this noise, and the thing that just kind of helped me outside of traditional therapy to really make sense of it was to frame it through astrology. Because like a lot of time, anybody who's ever been through an abusive situation, which you know is sorry oh, I don't know why that made me want to cry. Well, what you know is that the question you ask the most is why. You want to know why you're betrayed. You want to know why it happened to you. You want to know why. And there's usually no real answer, and there's no real answer that would be sufficient and justify what happened to you. And what was really powerful for me was to feel like I could own the why and understand it, because understanding things does not justify them for me, but it gives me a better grip on it. It doesn't become this incessant question in my head that I'm mulling over, trying to figure out, why did that happen to me? Why did they do that? Why did they do that? And that's a hard place to rock. And then through astrology, I can be like, oh, okay, she has just a random example. She has a moon in Scorpio, and it's in her 4th house. So she was likely emotionally and psychologically abused in some manner, because the moon is conjunct Mars, and so this person was harmed and they never processed it because it's in the 4th house, so it's suppressed, it's in the subconscious. They don't even know they lashed out in this way. They don't know it. And so I go, okay, that's why this person is the way they are. And whether that's true or not, it doesn't really matter. In the grant for that person specifically, that is true in terms of interpretation, but whether that's true or not for that person specifically, no, it doesn't matter, because now I have an answer that keeps me from over chewing on something. And so that's where astrology comes in for me. That's why it's like, here's the real life applicable use of astrology. I don't think most people care about what sign the moon is in, but they do care about the quality of their relationships. They do care about the flow of their money. And so mesh those things together. And so I think if you're watching my daily vlogs, you will see how these things play out in real time, and how I overlay my life, my daily life, my relationships, my business, my everything on top of astrology, and you will learn. It doesn't mean we won't do like astrology videos anymore. I'm too much of a nerd to just not do them, but like I can't do them every day, or I don't want to do them every day. I don't want to do that every day, but I can talk to you every day like friends. And hopefully it just helps you to deepen, it just helps us to deepen the relationship. Okay, that's all I got. I'm gonna film a couple of others, but this is the beginning. And so for this initial blah, 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 I'm going to challenge myself to do this every day for 30 days. And then if I need to take a little break after that, I will, because I won't make myself uncomfortable or exhaust myself. Because something I was yelling at myself for just last week, oh my God, did you hear that? My birthday was Friday. So you can hear the cracks in my back to hear how I've aged. And by the way, I think my next video which I will likely end up crying in, will be like the lessons I've learned. Because I haven't figured out how to tell you guys, like, here's all the lessons I learned before X, Y, and Z age, because like I'm in entertainment and people have been trying to force me to lie about my age for a long time. And so now I have like a trauma about talking about how old I am, which is, it's not like I'm like 40, but which there's nothing wrong with people who are 40. I'm just like, it's not that much of a catfish, but I'm in fact not 22 or 23. People think that I'm a baby sometimes, and people in entertainment is like, let them. I'm like, all right. And I did for a while, but I'm not 22. Anyways, so I'll probably do that next. But yeah, but as I was saying, I was yelling at myself about making these fake schedules. Like, they're real and they're nice to give me structure, but I did make them and nobody is holding me to them. And so it's okay. I don't need to yell at myself, stress myself out, give myself the little back knots over that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.